Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hustle Unfiltered. In this episode, Kayla and I break down why this time of year is actually the best time of year to start off on your fitness goals and how you can manage them to the best of your ability so you actually make progress and start the year ahead of everyone else. Now, as always, if you're a new listener, please make sure you hit that follow button. It helps us an absolute ton. Leave a comment below if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and do all the things, tell your friends about it as well. Now, if you're interested in getting some free value as well, head down to the show notes below. There is our no BS meal prep system, basically a walkthrough on how you can meal prep your own food for the week to make it efficient, easy, and repeatable. And then also, if you want coaching from Kayla, head down to the show notes and her application form is there. If you want it from myself, it's the same thing as well. Application form is there. Enjoy the episode.
What is doing?
What is down?
What is left?
Right. Good night.
Left, right, good night.
What's happening? How are we? Welcome back to another episode of the Hustle Unfiltered podcast. If you're new here, my name is Jackson.
If you're new here, I am Kayla. Kayla Coaching. Guys, it's Spotify Wrap Day today, and I've already had so many of my clients have us in our top 3.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Yeah.
Which is really cool. So
awesome.
If we were in your top 5, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell me, and we're going to celebrate when Jackson's no longer dieting.
Validate my feelings right now. Tell me I'm good enough.
Tell me I'm special.
No, if you are a repeated listener and you are someone who listens to this frequently, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, a lot of the time, we don't think we actually have any listeners.
No, we know we have listeners, but I'm like, are they getting anything from it? Are they coming back for more?
I genuinely think sometimes there's like 5 people that listen to this.
Well, I know one of my clients definitely watches the YouTube videos because she said she watches it when she does cardio. So I'm like,
yeah.
You're absolutely our top YouTuber watcher because I don't think anyone else watches the YouTubes.
Yeah, that's so fair. The YouTubes are hard because like, I don't really find myself to be someone who watches a podcast unless it's Fuad's bodybuilding podcast.
Yeah.
Because like he looks at physiques and I want to see.
Yeah, they're like actually breaking down something visually on the episode.
Yeah. Whereas like and even then sometimes I do it when I'm driving. So it's like I'm not really like listening.
Yeah.
So I'm not really watching. But most of the time it's I'm driving, so I don't really watch a podcast. So.
The only time I really watch a podcast was when I was in prep listening to a podcast when I was doing cardio. Like
so,
that helps
that's the only
me.
time I will,
Let time go a little bit faster.
So yes, we do appreciate the repeated
Yeah.
offenders who somehow find this interesting.
We love you.
What's happening in your world, Kayla?
What's happening in my world? We're building.
Mm-hmm.
And getting strong air.
Actually, I've got some like a bit of banter topic for the start of this podcast.
Okay.
Before we get into the training stuff.
Do tell.
You and I have been on a little bit of a shopping spree.
Yes, we have.
We kind of went a little bit wild on Black Friday, hence my new, if you are watching the podcast on YouTube, hence my new Front Runner t-shirt.
Cray on Front Runner. I have bought myself some cozies and I'm so excited to wear them this summer. And if you're watching this, you've just seen us adjust the camera. But I went a little bit cray. Won the Velocity sale before Black Friday because I genuinely thought that they weren't going to do a sale for Black Friday. That's why they did that sale.
Yeah,
so
when you told me, you're like, oh, I'm so going to buy it now because they're not going to do Black Friday. I was like, they're 100% going to do Black Friday.
But you know what? I'm glad I did because I'm pretty sure the things I would have bought were actually on sale a little bit more.
Or they would have been sold out or something.
Yeah. Either way, I got what I wanted from there. I did have a little geese the night of because I was like, do I need more? And I was like, if I need to buy anything right now, I need to buy normal people clothes. I have more than enough activewear.
Yeah, we're trying to, for an insight of our lives, like we're trying to be, now that Kayla's not prepping, I'm not prepping anytime soon. Yes, I'm doing a mini cut
Yeah, I was going to say, you're literally dying.
Yeah, but it's like I have 2 more weeks left and it's done. So we're trying to be more social, have more dinners, hang out with friends more, that sort of stuff. So if you guys want to like hang out with us, we're so free.
If you want to come over, you so can.
Yeah, we just want to wear our new clothes, to be honest.
I want to wear my new jeans and my Louboutins.
So we're trying to be more social, and that's why we actually went and bought normal people clothes.
Yeah, I bought one normal person clothes.
Yeah,
I bought an outfit which I'm most likely going to wear to my client Christmas party next weekend.
Yes.
And I bought myself a pair of jeans which are the most comfortable and flattering pair of jeans I've ever owned in my entire life. As someone who has always had larger legs in comparison to the rest of my body, who has a bigger bum than the rest of my body, I have found the perfect pair of jeans.
Good. They do look very good on you.
And let's just hope they continuously fit me as I move through this build and they don't get too small.
Yeah, like you got the jeans, and then myself, I did a Gymshark Black Friday before Black Friday.
Yeah.
But their Black Friday sale went live like a week earlier. It was like up to 50% off everything, so I went a bit ham on there. And then on Black Friday, then I bought Front Runner clothes.
You did 2 front runner orders.
No, I did 1 Front Runner order, and then I went to Universal and I got more Front Runner.
Oh, you didn't tell me about the first front runner or the second front runner order.
No, I just came home with clothes.
Yeah, I know, that's what I
But
mean.
it wasn't just
I wasn't
Front
even
Runner.
consolidated in the purchases.
You know what the funny part was? I got to Universal and I was like, sweet, like they're like Black Friday sales off everything except Front Runner. So I was like, cool. So the one brand that I actually want isn't even on sale. So I got like some other stuff. I got like I got a pair of like, I got 2 pairs of shorts and like a nice dressy shirt. And so we have like clothes now, which is good. But yeah, we went a little bit ham.
Yeah, but I literally like never buy clothes.
Same.
I buy clothes maybe like once every 6 to 12 months, if that. And I buy more active wear than I buy normal clothes.
Yeah, same.
I'm excited to get my cozies though. These are the first like nice cozies I've probably bought in a couple of years.
They are really nice, yeah.
That aren't just like the $30 mix and match from Glassons. Which honestly are a smart purchase because cozies, you hammer them in summer and then they go a bit yucky anyway after. So like I like buying the cheaper options just because, you know, I'm not wearing them all the time. But I'm excited to have like actually a nice pair of cozies that I feel like I won't get over.
Yeah, I feel like
But
they're
we'll
funny, like swimmers are a very interesting one because yeah, like they're, if you spend a lot of money on them, it's like, yeah, but you fucking absolutely destroy them.
Yeah, like they...
And they go in the water, like they go in salt water, like they get damaged.
That's, yeah,
the
they get
second
thrashed.
you like wear them.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got new cozies. And a little beach bag.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, update us on your build as well.
Build is going really well. Like my body weight is sitting around like 55 at the moment, which it did bump up quite a bit over the weekend after having a free meal, which is story of my life. And then it starts to trickle back down towards the back end of the week, and then we have another free meal, and it comes back up, and it's just like
It's a never-ending cycle.
Never-ending cycle, but I feel really good. Like even though my weight is heavier and heavier than say like 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, I feel surprisingly leaner. I feel like everything's proportioned and like distributed properly. So I feel really good. I feel really strong in the gym. I just feel like I'm back to my normal self, which is funny because even like training in the gym at the moment, I forget that I'm also still 7 kilos lighter than I was at my starter prep. So I'm still very light than what I'm used to, and I'm still lifting not at my max strength, but close enough where I'm like, okay, cool, this would be cool to get back to that at this body weight or teetering around this body weight. So yeah, all that changed this week. My food got bumped up a little bit by like literally 50 calories. Meals still look the exact same that they have for the last 6 months, and I have done a much better job at hitting my steps this week.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Jackson being in mini cart, using that to my advantage because he obviously needs more steps now as well. So we're making a conscious effort to go for a walk, if not morning and afternoon, one or the other. And also just being more, strict with myself of like, I have set this boundary. I need to go do this at this time. Just go fucking do it. Because it's not that I wasn't necessarily hitting my steps. I was still within the range I need to be in. But towards the end of the week, it's like every Sunday I'd be so off myself being like, I have to now do 15,000 steps on a Sunday. When I don't need to. Like, I'm not in prep. I'm not like working towards this goal that's required of me to do that every single day. This was just purely a disorganization, poor time management.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy to know that I've hit my steps every single day this week.
Yeah, it's been good. I've actually enjoyed the walks with you too, just from like an outside of a health perspective. It's just been nice to wind down the day.
Yeah, I think the afternoon ones have been helpful, especially for us working from home I know it's hard, especially for myself, to remove myself from work. So getting outside, going for a walk, I'm like, by the time we get home, have dinner, I haven't even thought of work because I've been removed from that.
Yeah.
Whereas going from the office to the kitchen, I'm like, work.
Yeah, you're still on. It's hard when your home is your office as well.
Yeah, but you know.
So when
The price we paid.
when we build a absolute empire and have a actual office.
Yeah, we'll have a warehouse with a gym, office, podcast studio. Then we go
so-
home to our big fuck off home with another gym.
Yeah, so anyone
Cool.
who listens to this, tell your friends to listen to it so we can make that happen. But no, that's good. On my end, things are looking pretty good. So I started a mini car last week or the week before.
It was the week before.
Yeah.
We're like halfway through it now.
Yeah, so halfway through, dropped calories like by half from 3,200 to like 2,600, which is pretty aggressive, but you know, it's for 4 weeks, 60 minutes of cardio per week. So I'm doing that into 3 20-minute sessions, and then 12,000 steps per day. At the moment, my weight's sitting around 87, I think. So we started at 90, 91, and we're down at 87, which is like pretty good, I think. And yeah, we definitely look a little bit leaner. It's really interesting. Like when I was speaking to Jason yesterday, it's like when you have more muscle, you can lose 3 kilos and look vastly different. When you have no muscle and you lose 3 kilos, you look exactly the same.
Tea.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. But no, I mean, things are good. Like sometimes I'm a little bit more hungry, but it's really nothing that's not that manageable. Like it's so easy in the beginning.
I feel like a mini car, you're out before that even becomes a problem.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
honestly,
first week,
like-
yeah, you're hungry, but
Yeah.
it's you get used to it, and then before the hunger like proper kicks your ass, it's over.
Yeah, and the other thing as well is I actually feel pretty good. Like I feel more energetic. Like it's
Yeah.
nice to not be like just be a fucking garbage truck for food. Like it's kind of a nice switch up.
I am the garbage truck.
Because like eating the amount of food I was before, it does get like pretty intense towards the end, but it's nice to switch things up. But I am definitely like it's any gym person is like when you're getting leaner, you want to be jacked. When you're getting jacked, you want to be leaner. It's just
Yeah.
how it works.
Me
but-
at the end of prep, I just want to be fucking large and in charge.
Exactly right, but no, things are good. I'm keen. I got some hands have recovered well. Health is number one on track, so we're good for our next push very, very soon.
Slaking.
So we're going to talk about today why your bullshit excuses as to why you shouldn't be starting your goals this time of year because it's busy, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, it's holidays, this and that, and why it's actually the best time. Do you want to say your piece on the introduction of that?
I would say, like, if this time of year is a reason behind why you can't either work towards a goal or continuously work towards a goal, and I'm not just like talking about fat loss, just
In
any
general,
goal in
yeah.
general, that excuse is going to play out multiple times in a year.
Yeah.
Because if this is the reason why you can't stick to it, you are not going to stick to it if you travel for a weekend. You are not going to stick to it if you get sick during the year. You're not going to stick to it if work all of a sudden gets busy. It's very much just solidifying the fact that you will only ever do something when shit's perfect or everything lines up and nothing else can stand in the way at all.
Yeah. I think the way you need to put it is put it on a like almost like a totem pole of priority, right? It's like if something's on a high priority list or it's high on the totem pole, like your relationship or you're saving for a house or something like that, it's like you'll move mountains to make that happen. You know, you'll run through brick walls. You don't care what time of year it is. You need to do the same thing with this. And if it's not, then okay, probably you and I are not friends. But you know, you don't really want it that bad, or you don't really want to do it as much as you say you do.
It's, what's the word?
It's a nice to have.
Yeah, not circumstantial. It's conditional.
Yeah.
Like unconditional love, very weird tangent, but it's just like, oh, I only want it if it gives me this. And I feel like as well, for a lot of people, this is the time of year where their goals, yeah, there's no such thing as perfect time, but they also shoot themselves in the foot by working towards a goal that's unrealistic and unachievable for the time of year. They'll be like, I'm going to lose 6 kilos. It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. They've got 7 Christmas parties on. It's like, yeah, that's dumb. Like, point blank. But if you were to have forward planned this, for example, maybe you lost 7 kilos prior to Chrissy. This is where you maintain it. You get a bit more flexibility. It's like you're still working towards a goal. You're still maintaining your goal.
Yeah.
And you look better.
Yeah, exactly right. And it's like, you know, you don't look at things like, I'm just not going to pay taxes this time of year because, you know, it's Christmas. Or I'm just not going to be loyal to my partner this time of year because it's Christmas and I got a lot of events on and, you know, I kind of want to hook up with whoever. But, you know what I mean? It's just like, why do we do this with our fitness goals? Because it's convenient. Because it's a cop-out answer, in my opinion. You know, it's easy for us to say that because we want to somehow justify our actions by saying it's okay. When it really it's not. Because, and we don't say this to like, you know, look down or be like, oh, you know, we're better. It's like, no, it's just like, I know that when you get to January or February, when things go back to normal with life and work, you're going to feel shit. And you're most likely going to regret it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's nothing wrong with, you know, enjoying yourself, having a big night here and there. Like, go for it, have a crack, you know? But if you turn December and half of January into a 6-week bender, it's like, come on. Like, what are you doing? You know? So I think something that is worth acknowledging is that the reality is this time of year is real life too. You know, it's not a special time where it only happens once every 4 years. This happens every year.
Yeah, it's not a fucking shock to the system that it's Christmas, it's busy, and there's a lot of events on.
Yeah, like this happens all the time. And if you're of the age of like 23 to 35, you've done this a few times now.
You're not a fucking beginner at it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like events, parties, weekends away, random dinners, schedules. This is like pretty much very normal to what happens in the year anyway. It's just all bunched into a specific time.
Yeah.
So if you learn to handle it now, you can handle it any part of the year. It's just that this time of year happens to be a lot in the short time.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, why does starting now give you, or why do you think some people think that starting now gives them an unfair playing field?
Because there is so many events on, because it's not, oh, well, I've got this event on next weekend, so okay. So you've got 14 days till your event. What are you going to do with 13 other days? Like they look too deep into what events they do have on or what they do have that could quote unquote throw them off track, but they don't look at every other opportunity they have to be consistent. And something I say a lot to my clients when they first jump on coaching and they're like, oh, so sorry, I have something on this weekend. It's like, that's cool. This is an opportunity for you to learn and practice what we're starting to put into place right now, because it's all well and good to do this in June when you're fucking nothing on. This is your opportunity to practice it. And I think people look at it like, well, yeah, because it's not perfect, I do have so many events on, they panic and it's like, well, this isn't the best time to start, so there's no point. When in reality, you have maybe 5 or 6 events on in the month of December. You still have like 25 other fucking days.
And like the thing is as well, is like all paths lead back to Rome. Like you're going to get there whether you start now or you start later. So why wait longer? You know, like you're going to get to that point, and it's like if you start in January, you start with everyone else. You could start now and already be ahead. Right? And you may not even be like miles ahead, you might be, but you could even just be a little bit more ahead. You know, you could already be like, oh, I don't know how to track. It's like, cool, let's learn now. So then by the time we get to January, it's like we're already in a build or a deficit or whatever it might be because you know how to track now.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to meal prep. Cool, let's learn now. So then by the time January hits, we can do those things at full effect. You know what I mean? And I guess like the other way to think of it is like if when everyone's trying to hit their start their New Year's resolution, you're already making progress. Would you agree?
100%. Be better than everyone. It's really not that fucking hard these days. But like, prove it.
So we've got here that December will teach you the skills that actually matter. So things like navigating high calorie social events. In terms of your tips for managing that, what does that look like?
Well, I would always look at, firstly, remember, like, one event is one event. You know, you don't, just because you have something on Saturday night doesn't mean you need to write off the whole week. Look at what's within your control. You still hit your normal meals as per usual. You wouldn't change anything. And this can depend on the person and the goal. Like, some of my clients like to do calorie cycling, so we have that approach where they do eat a little bit less during the week to account for more flexibility on the weekend. Or another approach is just you eat as normal, and then on the day you reduce and adjust the meals you have to make room for the meal out. So it's like everything else looks the same. Say you've got a Christmas dinner on the Saturday, normal brekkie, normal lunch. Maybe you normally have 2 snacks and your dinner and a dessert. You wouldn't have the snacks, dinner, dessert, because that's going to account for the meal out. And one of the worst things you can do, and this is where people really find social events hard, because it does turn into one event has then rolled over to the next day, or that one event feels like they have undone everything because their approach leading into it has set them up to fail. And it's because they've either, oh, well, I have an event on Saturday, so like, what's the fucking point right now? So they'll just kind of do whatever throughout the week. They will either starve themselves for the entire week or for the day leading up, like day of. So then they go into that meal fucking ravenous, basically eating everything in sight because they're choosing foods with their eyeballs and not actually like, they don't have the ability to regulate and to be intentional and mindful with their choices because they're so fucking hungry. And that's where you can really shoot yourself in the foot. And then it's like that you wake up the next day like, oh fuck, like I fucked that. I feel bloated, I feel disgusting, I don't want to eat anything. Or then you don't eat anything all day and then you eat everything at night time. Like, that's what creates that cycle.
Yeah. I mean, also just like put it into perspective like this. Like, if you are going to that meal out and you do feel a little bit bloated after it and you've done all those right things, it's going to be okay.
It's normal.
Firstly, it takes 7,700 calories to put on a kilo overnight. So I highly doubt you've eaten 7,700 calories.
Yeah.
I really doubt it. Secondly, like, one hot day doesn't make a summer, bro. And you're going to be fine the next day. Your weight might go up, but it's not anything to be alarmed about.
You're not gonna die.
You're not going to die.
It's not that deep, bro.
It's not that deep, bro. It's just a matter of understanding what the consequences are for your actions. And it's like, think of it this way. If you go and have that meal out and, you know, maybe you just overate a little bit. Like, you didn't go crazy, but you just...
You're a little bit full.
Yeah, you maybe ate, like, maybe you took one too many, like, forks of the pasta, or whatever it might be. Or you shouldn't have had the entree and the main. Whatever it might be. It's like, cool, you're going to be okay. But then... that's like then being like, oh, I ate too much, so then tomorrow I'm going to have a 4-course meal. I'm going to have like fucking chocolate.
Much, so I'm going to eat more.
Yeah, it's like, why would you dig yourself a deeper hole that you now got to climb out of? It just doesn't make any sense. And the other thing you got to consider as well is, would you rather be 80% on track or 0% on track or 10? You know, like, which one would you rather? Because I know for me, I'd rather be 80. Like, let's talk through what we're going to do, because I feel like that's useful, right? So let's take, for example, what do we have coming up? I know for a fact you and I are going to do some sort of Christmas party between us two. That's a little bit of a gag, but it's become a real thing. You know, a staff Christmas party.
Staff Christmas party.
It's just Kayla and I, and HR will definitely be called after. From me touching Kayla. Secondly, there's going to be your Christmas party.
So I've got Christmas party this Saturday.
Yeah.
Christmas party next Saturday.
Yeah.
Be our Christmas party the following week.
Yeah.
And then it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So I know I've got something on every single weekend.
Cool. So walk us through your game plan for that.
So this weekend on Saturday, we've got I think it's a seafood joint. So I know that there's probably going to be a lot of access to like fresh seafood, salmon, just tuna. I'm assuming there'll be some form of rice, potato situation, salads, and then maybe like some fried calamari. Like that's just what I'm going to picture in my head. I can look at the menu if I really want to. But for Saturday, I'm just going to eat my normal pre-training snack because training is of a high priority and I want to train really hard.
So so this is important. Keep training schedule the exact same.
Oh yeah, nothing's changing. Yeah. And I don't train personally, if I was someone who would train on a Sunday, I would actually push my session forward.
I was just about
so
to say
I
that.
wouldn't have to.
Try and get everything done prior.
Yeah. But naturally, my last training day falls on a Saturday, so training in the morning as per normal, get a bit of a fucking party pump, obviously. Come home, I'll eat something for brekkie or post-training. I've been having cream of rice as of late, so I'll probably just have a little bit less rice flour, not add my advent calendar chocolate to it, and maybe do a bit more protein powder with that. But I'm still getting some carbs. I've got some fruit on there as well because I have it with banana. So that gives me a bit more fiber, a bit more protein powder. The fiber from the banana and the protein powder is going to keep me a bit more fuller as well. And then I also had some peanut butter. Again, that'll help me keep me a little bit fuller as well. That's for brekkie. And then this lunch is at 1 o'clock. So I'd say by the time I eat breakfast, it'll honestly probably be like 10, 11. And then I'll go to lunch. Pick more of the protein options. I am not really planning on drinking. So for me, it's just going to be the food situation. Lean more towards the protein options first. Like I said, indulge in some of the salads, rice, carb situation. And then if there's like some sort of dessert as well, I'll enjoy that. And then dinner that night will be my usual dinner. And that all that I'm technically taking away from my normal meals is I'm not having my usual lunch. And what I would do in that swap is just make my lower calorie meal the dinner.
Yeah.
Out of the lunch and dinner that I normally have. Brekkie, a little bit lower calorie, a little bit more high protein. Pre-training stays the same because that's of a higher priority. And then that's it.
And you'll take that same approach with all the rest of your...
Yeah. And personally as well, like within my plan, we have got an off-plan meal per week. So I will still track all around and just see where my protein does land, but I won't track the actual meal itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I'll save probably roughly like, I think they'll probably come to like 1,200 to 1,000 calories.
Yeah, which
left
is
over.
fine. That's perfect. I think one thing that's worth noting as well, I think where a lot of people will find their weakness is that the environment is the trigger. And it's like, it's always like when you're with the friends that you're always silly with, right? They're probably the friends that also are the worst influences.
Yeah.
So if that is the case and the environment, or if you go to a certain place, right? You go to a certain bar, it's like you're always there when you're ready to have a big night. You know, it's like maybe you need to put some obstacles in place for that to make it harder. So if you know there's a certain place that is the place where you're just going to get fucked up and you don't want to, you know, again, it's pick and choose your battles. Like if it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and you want to go have fun, like sure, play on, go for it. But it's like, again, you're choosing one out of the day out of the 30 days, right? But then if you're in a position where you don't want to, it's like choose a different place. You know, maybe go get dinner. If it's with those people, then maybe try and put them in an environment where they're not going to want to do that as well. Whether it's like you go to a nice chilled dinner or you go to a cafe during the day where it's like less likely to be day drinking and stuff like that. So just change the environment, change the trigger, because that's what's also going to cause a cascade of events that's going to make you do things that you probably don't want to do. That's what I would do.
I think it's also important to note that we're all adults here. Unless someone is quite literally force feeding you or forcibly pouring a bottle of vodka down your throat, you have the option to say, no, thank you.
Yeah, of course, I agree.
Like, you can say, I'm all good.
Yeah.
And that's an answer and that's a sentence.
That's different to saying I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Don't leave the door open. Don't be like, oh, I wish I could. It's like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, because they're about to twist your arm in 0.4 seconds and you're going to have a shot of vodka down your throat. Like,
yeah.
You have the option to say no. You have the choice. And I think sometimes people can forget that they do have the choice.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're only ever going to, you know, be on top of your goals when you're, you know, fucking the conditions are perfect, you're never going to achieve them. Like if you don't learn to say no sometimes, if you don't learn to pull back, if you don't learn to go to social settings and not drink and not eat as much, then when the fuck are you going to do it? You know, it's like the best teacher is experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how are you going to learn how to swim without getting wet?
And at the end of the day, you're putting all the responsibility on your ability to achieve the goal on external circumstances outside of your control.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't control the fact that this time of the year is fucking busy as shit. So you're now letting this time of year be a reason you can't do something that's apparently of a high value for yourself.
Yeah, so you got to learn how to manage that on your own accord. Otherwise, you're just going to constantly get to this time of year and go backwards. And it's like, why would you want to put all that work into something if you have been working all year, or wait longer on something that you wish you'd started earlier, and then just go backwards?
Yeah.
And dig yourself a deeper hole, or just get back in one. So I think it really comes down to, like, you got to ask yourself and sit down and ask yourself the question and be like, well, like, am I really going to let this year go backwards this time and be like every other year? Or am I going to let another month go by where it's like, oh, I'll start in January. And then January turns into February.
And then before you know it, it's fucking Christmas time again.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah, like this year's flown by. Absolutely flown by.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I hope there's a lot of value in that. Like, the one thing I want to get across here is that we've obviously been quite hard hitting with some of the points here, right? But the main thing to understand is, like, it is in your control. It is your responsibility. It may not always be your fault, but it's always your responsibility. And you're in control of the actions and the consequences of that, just like anything else. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Anything you want to sign off with? It's not that deep, bro.
It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep.
Alright guys, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please make sure you share with your friends, give us some feedback. I'd be curious to know, actually, anyone listening to this, how you find the tips we've given and just the value, and it's like, do you feel like that's something that you can apply? And if you have applied it and if it's been useful, let us know. Also, if you want to grab the No BS meal prep system to help you through your Christmas time and learning how to meal prep properly and make it very efficient and easy, head down to the show notes below. If you want coaching from Kayla, head down to the show notes below and her application form is there. If you want coaching from myself, head down to the show notes and my application form is there. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.